let's listen to our old friend Uncle Ruckus give advice to a woman who claims her husband is a beta and is a supporter of Black Lives Matter.
I'm calling because I am beyond frustrated because I feel like I married my mother.
Oh,
My
yes.
husband, yeah, my husband and I have been married for 16 years. We have 4 children together, and he is the most beta male I can possibly think of. He wants to be me, and I keep telling him that I'm the one that wore the white dress, that I'm the woman in the relationship. He has not worked since 2015. He relentlessly calls me mommy. He's jealous of his children. Need advice. I don't know what to do anymore.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, one thing
Yeah.
I want you to know is you cannot resent him because you are getting what you deserve. You knew that you were married a weak man. That
The way he says that you're getting what you deserve, um, makes it sound like he's saying she's being punished for choosing this guy.
that's why you
Actually,
met.
I didn't. He came across as the complete opposite.
And how did you do that?
Well, he had a job. He had a job. When we met, he was a broker on Wall Street. He spoke about how it was going to be when we had a family. He was making money. And somewhere within maybe I would say the 6th year of marriage, maybe 5th year of marriage, completely changed.
Did you have sex with him before marriage?
Yes, I did.
So you knew you were married a weak man because
How so?
This is funny because Jesse Lee Peterson is an unmarried male with kids. So this to me shows a little bit of projecting. He had sex before marriage, ended up staying with with the gal, and they ended up having some problems. So now, because of his own self-hatred, he wants to like project all his own problems that he had in the past onto everybody else.
Wait, I just need... I need
because
guidance.
women have sex with men before marriage because they love the control that they have, the worship that the man is giving them. They are worshiping you, and you know that that's a weakness. And so, had he not,
I didn't know that then. Yeah.
right? Yeah, but it's women know that men are weak. That's why they have the sex with them so that they can control.
It's like, dude, he likes to talk like he's an expert in like human behavior and stuff, but all he is just a crazy conspiracy nut who ended up getting popular because of how racist he is.
Control them, and so you're getting what you deserve. But here's the beauty of it: don't resent it. Just know you married a weak guy. Don't resent him for it. Be honest with him about it. That he has to get up and provide. Tell the truth.
How do I do that? I've been saying that for the past 2 years. He doesn't do anything.
Right now, you are providing by you work, right?
No, not now. No, I'm currently unemployed.
Well, how are you guys taking care of it yourself?
He has decided that he no longer needs to work, so he's put himself on disability.
Oh, so he's getting the income for the family from by way of disability?
Yes, yeah, because he decided, even though his doctors told him not to, that he was going to have complete back surgery, which would make him completely disabled. So a couple weeks ago, I heard him bragging on the phone that now he's 100% disabled. He doesn't have to do anything.
I wonder how much of what she is saying is actually like legitimate grievances or just stuff that she's just annoyed with. I mean, being together for 13 years, you're gonna end up, just kind of, disagreements build upon each other, emotions build upon each other. I mean, she sounds like she legitimately cares for her husband. It's just she's been pretty brainwashed by Jesse Lee Peterson and like the bullshit he says. I mean, but if the guy's doctor says that he's having back troubles and stuff and should get on disability, then I mean that's something that probably should be done.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what to do.
Is
So
there-
I was told to call you
yeah, but here's
because
what
you could give advice.
right here's what I recommend that you don't do. Don't resent him.
Uh-huh.
Don't get
Okay.
angry. Don't get angry and frustrated with him. What he, because I don't know the whole story, but whatever it
yeah.
is, don't resent him. Be honest
Okay.
with her that he needs to go to work and provide, but don't get angry. And God will show you the next step. He will guide you through that situation. But if you get angry, you're going to start listening to the thoughts, and the thoughts will cause you to make the wrong decisions.
That's true. That's true.
Wow, he's actually giving some pretty decent advice. Telling her don't let anger be your source of communication with your husband, because if you're angry and try to talk to them, you're gonna say stuff that you're gonna end up regretting. Pretty sound advice, actually. Surprising coming from Jesse Lee Peterson.
True, because there's so many thoughts that go through my head on a daily basis.
Yeah. Well, do not
Yeah.
believe any of the thoughts about anything, all right? No matter what
Now,
it is.
the other problem he has that's causing a rift in our relationship is that he despises white people. And he says that everything that's going on now, as far as the whole Black Lives Matter, is because they're white people who are pretending to be black victims.
What
I don't know what she said at the end, but she has a problem with him supporting Black Lives Matter. I wonder if she's taking the stance against like systematic racism and stuff as despising all white people.
what race is he?
We're black. We're black.
Oh, you're black too?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
You sound white.
I know that's my problem.
No, she sounds like a person. What? There is no white-sounding people, black-sounding people. There are accents and stuff which can help tell you where, like, a geographic location that somebody is, but this idea of you sound white when being told to black people is just another racist thing, because it's saying, oh, you sound educated, so you sound white.
That's my problem, and he hates that. And my children also are white, which he despises.
I am sorry that you married to a man like that. If that's true about him, I'm
too.
only taking your word. Because if he's hating white people, he is playing victim. He's. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. But be honest with him that white people have nothing to do with his situation or black people's situation, right?
That is totally wrong right there. That's bad advice. Everybody knows in U.S. history that the United States has benefited from the subjugation of black people. You don't hate all white people, just hate or dislike the people that still want to support systematic racism and stand up against that.
And don't hate him though, and do my silent
So
prayer.
how do I instill in the kids that this is not a normal way of thinking, because they're growing up in Black America, and I'm like, don't hate white people because that's just how I am. And he's like, no, white people are bad. You don't know what it's like to be stopped by the police. You don't know what it's like to be attacked by the police. I said, well, no, I don't. I'm black, but I've never had those experiences.
And it's
so
not what he's saying that
telling
they
them
are.
that.
So I totally understand it, and it's too bad that that he would do that to the children too. But you, by not resenting the father and being honest with the father and with the kids, and the kids will see the love of God working through you, and they will be fine. So when and if he brainwash the kids like that, just let the kids know Dad is wrong about this. This is not about white people. It's about not having good parents. It's about being angry. And teach the kids to speak up, but don't be angry.
Okay.
Though I do find it funny how he doesn't want the husband to hate white people, though isn't that the norm for black people according to Jesse Lee Peterson, for black people to hate white people and to hate all people?
So how do I teach them to speak up without being angry? Because they hear so many crazy things he says on a daily basis.
Well, if they see that you're not angry, they'll learn from the Spirit of God working through you. Have you overcome your anger?
I don't think I have, because in so many ways, I think I had a lot of anger towards my mother.
Yes.
And I noticed that he has a lot of traits of my mother.
Yes.
My mother.
Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
You know, I always find it funny how, like, he tries to correlate everything back to being angry at the people's parents, which to me shows that he's projecting a lot of his own anger towards his own parents onto other people and making it seem like everybody that has some kind of problem is just angry at their parents.
Well, my mother passed away of the virus about 3 months ago.
Well,
and up until she did, I still hadn't. No.
Yeah. Well, realize that the anger that you have is of your mother. You became like her. She recreated you, and so you don't want that anger in you. You don't want to corrupt your kids with that anger, and so your mother didn't want to do that to you, but she couldn't help it. She became like her mother, and so by understanding yourself, it will help you to understand that your mother was wrong, but she couldn't help herself. And that will cause you to forgive, and God will forgive you, and you can guide your family in the right way to go.
Thank you so much, Jesse. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I mean, I love everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying. Thank you so much. You're a complete inspiration. Thank you.
Kind of sad when you have black people like actually supporting Jesse Lee Peterson and what he says, because if you listen to him, everything he says is racist towards black people, and for some reason you got people supporting that, and I truly can't understand why POCs would support that.
Totally welcome. And make sure you do my silent prayer video, okay?
Okay, yes. And can I also call in to tomorrow? I heard that you're having a women's group tomorrow, or? Yeah, we having a women's every Thursday night of the month. It's for ladies only, and the first Thursday night is for men only.